Hello everybody, welcome back to day 22. Today I have a 30-minute workout coming for you. This is a Pilates workout, but we're gonna have a little bit of an aspect of cardio in it. So we're gonna be doing a little more standing workouts, and then I'll give you options to kind of add a little bit more cardio into the workout. But don't worry, we're not doing any burpees or anything crazy, so look forward to not seeing those in this workout. All you need for the workout today are a pair of hand weights if you do have them. If not, you can do all this with just body weight. You'll still feel it. And this is just a little extra challenge for when we get to those sections. So you can just put those off to the side of the mat. To get started, we're just gonna start in a child's pose. So bringing those knees nice and wide on the mat, sinking those hips into those heels, arms extend long in front of you. Take that head down to the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then begin to walk your hands over to the right side of the mat, stacking that left hand on top of the right. Take a deep inhale through the nose here. Exhale through the mouth. And then walk your hands to the other side of the mat, stacking your right hand on top this time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then bring those hands back to the center. You're going to rock it forward into a child's pose, bringing those shoulders right over the wrists, those knees right underneath those hips. We're going to take some cat-cows here. Inhale, drop that belly down, look up to the sky. Exhale, round through that back. Press the mat away. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Keep flowing through this here. At your own pace, I'll let you know when to meet me back with a flat back. Keep breathing through it. Meet me with a flat back in 3, 2, on 1, meet me with a flat back. You're going to push it back into your heels and then flip those palms over. You're going to get into those wrists a little bit. So we're going to rock forward and back, stretching those wrists. If it's too much to turn both at once, you can always do one at a time. So then flipping that right hand back over and then doing it with the opposite side, whatever works for you today. And then we're going to come back forward into that tabletop position. You're going to bring the right hand up to the sky, circle it out, and reverse directions. And then set that hand back down off the mat. Do the same thing with the left hand, bringing it up to the sky, circling it out, and then reverse directions. Then you're going to bring that hand back down. You're going to sit it back all the way to a seated position, sitting into those heels. We are going to do a good amount of standing leg work today, so let's warm up those legs a little bit extra. So bringing those legs to about hip distance apart, then we're going to drop them over to the right and then drop them over to the left. I'll turn towards the camera so you can see what this movement looks like. So you're going to bend back, leaning back a little bit into those hands, and then just rocking those knees back and forth. If it feels better, you can always bring those legs a little bit wider before you drop them as well. Really depends on the hip mobility that you have right now. And then we're going to bring those knees back center, bring those legs back to hip distance apart. We're going to cross that right leg over that left, roll out through that ankle. And then we're going to begin to rock the legs back and forth, just working into those hips. Connect with your breath early on in class. Even while we're doing this, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Bring everything back center and drop that right leg down. Bringing that left leg on top, just first focusing on those ankle rotations. And then let's rock back and forth on this side, working into that left hip. Couple more here. Gonna bring everything back to center in 3, 2, 1. Bring it back center, drop that left leg down. Coming back into a tabletop position. We're gonna get started with our warm up, a couple planking moves, everyone's favorite. So you're gonna tuck those toes under. You're gonna push back into a downward dog position and then roll forward into your plank. So pike to plank, pike it back, and then roll forward into the plank. When you roll forward into the plank, make sure that your shoulders are coming all the way back over those wrists and that you're with a nice flat back. Roll it forward. We hold that plank in 3, 2, holding that plank on 1. This time you're gonna bring that right leg in, left leg to follow, coming into a hover, and then walk it back out. This is just with the right leg leading to start. We hold that plank in 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank, pike it back, and then rock it back forward into that plank. Pike it back, and then rock it back forward into that plank. Pike it back. Meet me in that plank on this next one. This time, left leg walks it in and out. Coming into that hover. You drop the knees down. In 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees down. You can sit it back into those heels, coming into that child's pose we took at the beginning of this workout. Bring those arms up to the ceiling and just roll out through the wrists. And then you can bring those hands back down long on the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We're going to send it back forward into that tabletop position. We're going to take a couple more of those planking moves to continue to warm up the core. Tuck those toes under. We're going to hover the knees off the mat and set them back down. Hover and set them back down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Connect with your breath here. Exhale as you come up. We hold that hover in 3, 2, on 1. Hold that hover. We pike the hips back in 3, 2, 1. Pike the hips back. Pedal out through those heels. One, then the other. And then if you'd like, you can bring both heels up and down off the mat at the same time, taking some calf raises. And drop those heels to the mat in 3, 2, 1. Just press away from the mat, thinking about sinking into stretching those shoulders. And then we're going to set the knees down, coming into a seated position on the mat. All right, we're going to get started with a couple of full roll-ups. We're only going to take about 5 just to warm up the core, getting into some deep core exercises early on. And then you're going to sit it nice and tall. Bring your arms long in front of you. We're going to roll down all together, nice and slow to start, for a count of 8, 7. C-curve that spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. On 1, the arms come up overhead. Inhale, lift that head and chest off the mat. Exhale, round forward over those toes. Inhale, sit it back tall, and then articulate that spine all the way back down to the mat. Arms come back up overhead. Try not to use any momentum as you come forward. All that work is coming through the core. You want to try your hardest not to lift those heels off the mat. Now, if you feel like you have this exercise down, try to just pick up that pace a little bit, but staying nice and controlled with it. Let's try to get at least 2 more in here. One more. On this last one, articulate that spine nice and slow onto the mat. And then meet me with a flat back. I'm gonna adjust myself on the mat. All right, we're gonna get into the series of 5. No props or anything today. So you're gonna bring those knees into your chest. Just rock back and forth for a moment too, releasing any tension from that full roll-up exercise. All right, and you're gonna curl your head and chest off to the mat. Bring both of your hands to the base of your right knee. Extend your left leg out to a 45-degree angle. Bring that knee into the chest and then switch. Breathing through it. As your head curls up, make sure you're gazing at your core. Great job pointing through the toes, making sure those legs extend all the way long, taking the bend out of the knees. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Keep that head up. Bring those knees back into the chest. Now extend your arms and legs long at the exact same time. Circle those arms around. Bring the knees back into the chest. You're keeping that head in that exact same position and just working those arms and legs. Exhale as everything goes long. Inhale as you circle those arms around and bring those knees back into the chest. Now if you need to modify this, you can always set the head down, or you can just bring those legs up a little bit higher. The goal is to really try to keep those legs straight, fully extending, taking the bend out of the knees, keeping the legs together and pointing through the toes. We set the head down, bringing the knees into the chest in 3, 2, 1. Set that head down for a moment. Just rock back and forth. Take a little circles with those knees to release any lower back tension if you're feeling that. All right. And we're gonna curl the head and chest back off the mat, gazing towards your core. Legs go long to the ceiling, legs are together, toes are pointed. Grab onto the ankle or the calf of your right leg. Drop that left leg to 45-degree angle. Pulse the top leg twice and then switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Now make sure you're still gazing at that core in that nice C curve with that spine. Try not to strain your neck. You're not looking up at the ceiling. Gaze at that core. Keep it going. Pulse, pulse, switch. Try your best here to keep that leg as straight as possible. The way to modify this is, of course, to put that head down or to just shorten that range of motion. You do not have to drop that bottom leg as far down as I am doing here. Make it yours today. Whatever can keep you in this for 10 more seconds. You've got it, y'all. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Bring the knees into the chest, drop the head. And again, take those little mini knee circles. Feel free to grab some water. A little break for y'all. And then we're gonna get right back into it. So bring those legs back up to the ceiling, pointing to the toes, legs are together. Now you can bring your hands down to the side here and just work the legs like this. If you want to add a challenge, you're going to bring the hands behind the head, curl the head and chest up, gazing towards the core. Inhale, drop those legs down to 45. Exhale, pick them back up. Inhale, drop them down. Exhale, pick them back up. Take whatever version works best for you today. It's important to try to keep those legs as straight as possible, pointing to the toes, and really only bringing your legs down as far as you can without that lower back lifting off the mat. Inhale as you lower the legs. Exhale as they come back up. 10 more seconds, you've got it. Stay in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Set everything down, knees come into the chest. We have one more exercise for this core circuit before we get into some leg work. So pick that head and chest back off the mat. Hands come behind the head. Extend that left leg long. Then you're going to cross that left elbow over to that right knee. And then switch. Really focus on your core rotation here. Rotating that body all the way over. Now if you want to pick up the pace and get that heart rate up a bit, you can, as long as you're still controlled and still extending that leg all the way long every time. 15 more seconds. If you want to push that pace, feel free to do so now. Set it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, knees come into the chest. Just rocking it back and forth. And then begin to rock forward and back until you come to a seated position. All right, hope that core is feeling nice and warmed up. You got a pretty spicy standing series today. So you're gonna bring your weights with you if you do have them. First, just draw the shoulders down the back. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then we're gonna bring the weights up in front of our chest. Now, if you can, you wanna engage your arms a little bit more, keep them here. It's okay to lower those arms a little bit more if you just wanna focus on those legs. So pick what you want today. I'm gonna keep them up for a little bit. Now we're just gonna bring our legs to a little bit of a wider stance. We are going to drop it down into a squat and then pick it back up. Drop it down into a squat and then pick it back up. So all of these here, there are always options to add on to make this a little bit more of a cardio Pilates movement. So if you want to add on, you can always lift those heels as you come up. So lifting those heels off the mat as you come up, or you can just work through it, heels down for now. Try not to lean that body too far forward, trying to keep yourself semi-upright. You are going to bend forward just a little bit, but try not to lean like this pretty much. So keeping your body upright, sitting it down. We're going to hold it low in 3, 2, hold it low on this next one. Now you're going to pop your right heel off the mat, send it down, left heel, alternating pulses. See if you can get yourself a little bit lower. Option here to pick up that pace. So you can pop back and forth a little bit faster. That will help give you a little bit more of that cardio aspect, getting that heart rate up a little bit higher. We drop those heels in 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Just shake it out for a moment. We're gonna bring those weights back up, sending ourselves into that squat position again. You're gonna squat it down, sit it up, and then bring your right leg over that left leg, or behind it, and then sit it down for a curtsy lunge. And then take that curtsy on the other side, and then come back to that squat. So it's a little combo, squat, and then take the curtsy lunges on both sides. Before you sit yourself into that curtsy lunge position, make sure you have your balance so that you're protecting those knees. Now, if you want to push the pace here, this is another opportunity to do so. You can flow through this real fast, making it a little more cardio. Take what you need for today. We hold it low in that squat. In 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold it low in the squat. We pop that heel off on both sides. Again, see if you can sink a little bit lower. We stand it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. All right, y'all are killing it, I already know. Hopefully your heart rate's up. Hopefully you're getting nice and sweaty. All right, so we're gonna bring those weights back up. So sending that right leg behind you. Take that curtsy lunge with control, extending that right leg out. Curtsy lunge with control, sending that right leg out. So kind of keeping it in line at that same diagonal. Lift with control. This is really firing up into that left glute to keep that heel grounded on the mat and to lift that leg. Now, if you want to pick up the pace here, this is another opportunity to do so, as long as you're keeping it nice, slow, and controlled. We hold in that curtsy lunge in 3, 2, on 1, hold it low, pulse it down, down, down. Make sure you're not leaning that upper body forward too much. Sit it back in that glute. We stand it up in 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Whew, all right, get nice and steamy in here. All right, give yourself a little bit of a stretch, so bring those legs long. You're gonna kind of bend into both sides. This next side might burn a little bit harder just because we already were standing on that leg, so a little break that we get here. We're gonna hop back into it in 10 seconds. Take whatever little breather, water break, or stretch you need. We're gonna get back into it in 3, 2, 1. Bringing those weights back up if you have them. Sending that left leg behind this time. Grounding that right heel. Take that curtsy lunge. Stand it up. Extend that leg out with control. Every time you take that curtsy lunge, see how low you can get that back knee to the mat. Burning out that right glute. Keep yourself stable as you kick that leg out. We hold it in that curtsy lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Again, make sure you're not leaning forward too much with the upper body. Just pulse it out. Breathe through it, y'all. Burning out that right glute. See if you can lift that knee a little bit lower. We stand it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Amazing job. All right, we're gonna come down to our mat for these next few exercises. Sending those weights off to the side. So the good news is we're on the mat for the rest of this exercise, of these exercises, the rest of the workout, and we are gonna get into a quick little core burnout, and then we're gonna end with some arms and stretch, and you'll be done. So we're gonna come back into a plank position. So let's start off in that little tabletop, making sure that those shoulders are right over those wrists. And then we're gonna step it back into a plank position, making sure those shoulders are still right over those wrists so you have a flat back. Then we're gonna tap the toes out to the side and then back in. So right leg goes out, left leg goes out, bringing it back in, trying to keep that back nice and flat, stable through everything, just moving those legs. Now, if you want to pick up that pace, this is what it'll look like. Jumping those legs out one at a time, or if you want a little more cardio aspect, you can jump it out. Take what you need for today. Last little core burnout of class before we get into arms. Challenge yourself. We set those knees down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those knees down. Sit it back into the heels for a moment. Whew. Roll out through those wrists. All right, hopefully that core burnout felt good. Now we're gonna grab onto those weights. I'll face you guys so you can see what I'm doing. And we're just gonna start off drawing those shoulders down the back. Weights come in to the body. Arms are nice and narrow. We're gonna lift the hips as we serve the platter out and then bring it back down. Serve the platter and then bring it back down. If you're sweating at home, I'm sweating with you, y'all. Whew. We're gonna hold those arms out, palms face up in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, flip the palms, back and forth. Rotate our cuff. Now make sure you're not arching through that back here. Slight pelvic tuck, nice and solid through that core, keeping the body upright. We hold the palms out, palms face up in 3, 2, 1. Bicep curl, and then take it back out. Make sure those shoulders aren't creeping up towards the ears. Relax through the neck. We hold those arms at 90 in 3, 2, 1. Hold at 90. Pulse. Pulse it up. Pulse it up. Pulse it up. We give those arms a slight break in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Ooh, okay, rolling out through those shoulders. One more little short arm circuit, and then we'll be out of here. All right, I'm gonna turn to the side to demo this one. So we're gonna be starting off, bringing the arms up and in, engaging those triceps, kicking back to the forearms, and then you're gonna press it forward as you sit back into those heels. Lean it forward, take a tricep kick back, and then press those arms forward. Little combo, nice and controlled, but you can push the pace here. Last few minutes of this workout, stay in it. If you need to drop those weights, do so and just get through this workout with your arm weight, your regular body weight. You got it. We're just gonna hold it back in those tricep kickbacks in 3, 2, on 1, hold it back, pulse it up. Up, stay in that hover, keep that head in line with the spine, pulse it up. We take those pulses up to pulses in 3, 2, 1, pulse it in. We set those arms down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. You can set those weights off to the side. Y'all killed it today. Hopefully you got that heart rate up. Some of those exercises were quite a bit. The standing glutes will always get you. All right, we're gonna bring those legs long in front of us, flex into the feet. Just take a quick little fold over those legs. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then you can set it back up. Now you're gonna come into a lean back a little bit. Prop yourself up on those hands. But then bring that right leg over that left knee. Taking this figure 4 stretch. I know those glutes were feeling it in those curtsy lunges. Rolling out through the ankle. And then you can rock the legs back and forth. Depending on your hip mobility, you might want to walk that left leg in a little bit to deepen that stretch. Or you can walk it out a little bit farther, whatever works for you. And then come back center, drop that right foot down, bring that left leg over that right knee, and then just circle out through that ankle first. Both directions. You can play around with how far that right foot is, in or out, and then drop that leg back and forth. Stretching into that hip. And then we're going to bring it back center, drop that leg down. You're going to bring yourself into a butterfly position, bringing those heels as close as you can into that body. Bend it forward. You can even just stretch your arms over, whatever works best. Bend it forward. Stretching into those inner thighs. And then you're going to extend that butterfly out, so like a nice wide butterfly position. This time bringing those elbows onto those knees to really stretch into those hips. You can even rock back and forth through each side to deepen that stretch. Or you can bend it all the way forward, over those toes, whatever works best for you. A deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more. I know this hip opener feels real nice. And sit it back up. We're just gonna come back into a little crisscross position and take some of those shoulder rolls, rolling the shoulders down the back. And then switch direction. And then draw the shoulders down the back. Let's take a couple of head rolls. Circle your head in one direction. Nice, big exaggerate. Relaxing through that neck. And then switch directions. Bring that head back center. Let's take one last big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And we are done. Y'all did amazing today. Thank you for coming along this 30-minute cardio Pilates workout with me, and I'll see you again soon.